Welcome back, guys. Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here. I have been wanting to do a burn ends video for a long time. Thing is, there's so many burn end videos out there. I just didn't want to jump in on that bandwagon and do another burn end video. But one morning I woke up and I had this epiphany after I did a short ribs video, a Korean style short ribs, and I thought, man, this sauce is so good that it would be excellent on burn ends. So that's what we're going to be doing today. You're going to stick around if you like Asian flavors, and frankly, even if you don't like Asian flavors, I know you're going to love this. I mean, who wouldn't love, you know, pork belly and an Asian flavor fused together? It's gonna be delicious. Let's get busy. Starting this recipe, we got some pork belly, and as you guys can see, it is not trimmed, so we're going to go ahead and trim this off. Sometimes you can get this stuff trimmed. Basically, the way I like to trim this is I find me a corner here, and I find the edge of the fat cap, and I just kind of go in straight, just like this. Make me a little bit of a slit here, just like that, as close to the skin as I can. And then once I have something here, I'll kind of hold my knife. It's kind of hard for you to see, but I'll go in and I'll kind of turn it just a little bit in the upward direction. And then when I'm cutting this way, I'm going to be pulling this way. You really don't have to worry about going through. This is pretty tough skin. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and trim all this up here. All right, guys, so we trim that skin off, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut, I don't know, pretty big chunks. I'm going to say maybe 1.5 inches or whatever. I'm going to cut all the way down, and then we'll go back the other way. So let's say about right there. Make sure you cut them bigger than you think you're going to need, because these will shrink down some. All right, so just so you can see, I'll probably come about right there, and we'll get about 3 burn ends out of each little slice here. So that's about how big I'm going to go right there. All right, we'll get with you when this is done. All right, now that we got this all cut up, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of rub on it, and we're going to be using this. I got this from Russ over at Smoky Ribs, and we met the owners of this company, and it's the Smokehouse Bayou Dust. Tastes pretty good. That's what we're going to go on with it. I'll leave a link in the description where you guys can purchase some of this stuff. They got all kind of stuff. They got rubs. They got beef jerky, which is really good, and I got some of that I'm going to be doing a review on. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do both sides with this Bayou Dust here, and then we'll show you what we're going to do next. All right, so we got these things all nice and seasoned up. Now we're going to go ahead and start our smoker up and put these bad boys on. All right, guys, just want to show you guys this. We are going to be using the pit barrel cooker today, and this is how I've been setting up this. I add a little bit of coals in the bottom, and then I put a couple of chunks of wood in there. That happens to be pecan wood. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay more charcoal over the top of these and make it level with this. Alright, so that's what's going to look like now, and the object behind this is when you stick your wood just on top of the coals, the wood catches fire and it doesn't really smolder. This right here will allow the wood to smolder, and it does work. I've tried it out a couple of times now, and I got that method from Harry Sue. He's an awesome guy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put a few coals on this and get this started up. So firstly, I want to say I am by no means a professional at all this. One of the things that I've noticed about the pit barrel cooker is when you're lighting your coals for your coal basket, you either have to light it outside of the pit barrel cooker and, you know, pour your coals on there, and then you have to pick it up and stick it down into the pit barrel cooker, or you can put your basket in there first and then pour some lit coals in there. And I always found it's, you know, with this, beard flare-ups can happen. So what I found easier is to use, they use it for, you know, weeds. And anyway, so I just light this bad boy up and then just stick it down in there and fire that thing up. Now, again, I'm not a professional, so you guys may have a better way to light these baskets on the pit barrel cooker. If you do have a better way or a different method that you use, hey, let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, we look like Thermopro's saying, I don't know, it's fluctuating between, it's about 288, the bottom number there, I tried to stable it down to 275. It's running a little bit hot. So we're gonna go ahead and put these burn ends on. I'm just gonna sit them right down in here, just like so, right in the center. Put the lid on it. Okay, so I'm thinking, I mean, it's pretty much, they're not gonna be done in a couple of hours, but I'm thinking in maybe 2 hours or 2.5 hours we can wrap them and it'll have a nice bark on it, and that's really what we're looking for. So we'll check back then. All right, looks like we're stabilizing now, 272, and that's about where it's staying. So I just want to throw a little shout out to the Pit Barrel Cooker Company because they're the reason why this cook's possible today. So thanks, Pit Barrel. Right, it's been about 2.5 hours. I'm liking the looks or the color of these burn ends here. So let's go ahead and pull this off real quick. All right, let's put the lid on it. Back on it real quick. Oh, those look good already. A little hot, a little hot. All right, we're just gonna go in, just like you would regular burnt ends. Throw some burnt sugar in, or brown sugar in here. Just kind of spread it all over the top. Do this fast for the flies. I got 1 stick of butter we're gonna throw all around in here. And let's just go over it with some honey. All right, we're gonna cover this with some aluminum foil. Probably throw it back in here for maybe, I don't know, till they get done. I'm thinking maybe another hour, hour and a half, something like that. It's gonna be good. They're already looking good, aren't they? All right, so pro tip, guys, you don't have any brown sugar on hand. I'm gonna show you how to make it. Sugar, or in my case, allulose. And you just add a little bit of molasses and stir. And obviously, the more molasses in there, you'll have dark brown sugar. The less molasses you do, you'll have light brown sugar. All right, there we go. We got some dark brown sugar going there, right there. All right, here we go, guys. Start out with this sauce here. 1 cup of brown sugar, and we're just gonna put in our brown sugar that we already made there, mixed in with our original brown sugar that I made previously. You can see there's a lot darker there. All right, 1 cup of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of sesame oil, 4 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, or red wine. I guess you could use red wine. We've done that before. We got about 4 tablespoons of freshly minced ginger and 4 cloves of minced garlic. And lastly, we're gonna go in with a 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And then we're gonna stir it. So it's been about an hour, about an hour and 15 minutes? So, hour and 15 minutes or something. So we're just gonna go ahead and give this a peek. Now I'm not really gonna check temp. I'm just gonna probe. Oh, nice and tender. Probe's going in. Look at this. It's like butter, except for these little bitty pieces here, which I expected. They're a little more crispy, but yeah, done. All right, I'm gonna call that ready. Let's go ahead and go over the top with our Korean style marinade or glaze or whatever you want to call it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stick these back in here uncovered. Whew, it's a little hot, but I think I got this. Ooh, no, I don't. Just on the fly here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of get somewhat of a little glaze on there. Probably about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I mean, all of that is a lot of liquid, so it's probably not gonna break down all of that, but we just want the glaze on it. We don't really care about all that nice sauce in there, really. All right, guys, it's been about 15 minutes. We're gonna take this stuff out, take it inside, and plate it up. We'll see you inside. All right, so this is behind the scenes right here. Man, this one I've been eyeballing the whole time we've been taking pictures. So Let's do this. All right, so here we go. Bon appetit. No matter how many times I eat pork belly or burnt ends, it's the same thing every time. It's just this explosion of flavors in your mouth. This Korean style turned out exactly like I thought it would. Nice, tender, juicy, delicious. It is lip smacking, finger licking, Asian-y goodness. You guys got to try this. Korean style, burnt ends. Do it.